Yeah. Hi, everyone. This is Mike. I stream under MikeWave on Twitch.tv. And today we're playing some Mass Effect 3. How are we all feeling today? Woo! That's good. So first off, before we start, my commentators want to go ahead and introduce themselves.
Go ahead, Sanjan.
I'm Sanjan. You know me as a RPG and BioWare speedrunner.
I'm bryonato. I have only played this game casually once, but I have about like 400 hours in the multiplayer for it, which is really good, and you should play it, and I'm just like super stoked to be here. Commentating both with you and with Mike, I look up to both of y'all a lot, and it's the first time we've got to work together, so very happy to be here. Also, could I get my pronouns they, any on the stream? Thank you, appreciate it.
So first things first, before we start the run, Sky, who won the bid war? I don't know who won. I have no idea of knowing who won here.
I'm trying to determine if that's a real question or you're just giving me the runaround here, bud.
I think it's probably male Shep. I mean,
I know, right? Just a lot of Mark Meir fans in the crowd. All right.
No, definitely femme chef. So again, thanks to everyone who donated, very generous. And Mike, good luck with your run.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the load here. So if you're not familiar with how most of the Mass Effect runs work, we do usually start with a save where you first gain control of your character. So for Mass Effect 3, it is here in Vancouver. And if we want to go ahead and just do a countdown real quick. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Mike, you trolled that countdown so hard.
I was having a little bit of fun, okay? All right, so this is Mass Effect 3 right here. We're here with Admiral Anderson. He's now an Admiral, played by Keith David.
Keith David!
Woo! And as you can see, with how fast he is running, we have been in jail in between the events of Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, and Keith David has been working on his cardio like a lot. He's so fast. But yeah, we're going ahead and making our way through the Vancouver roofs right here.
Vancouver, BC, best city in the world. Woo!
Woo! Yeah, BioWare is a Canadian dev, so I think they just wanted to make this a Canadian city for the first set piece. This is actually like the first mission in the trilogy that we do on Earth, so fun that while it's being actively destroyed by Reapers, who are like the main antagonists of the trilogy.
Do we want to talk about like the class that we're using and just kind of intro in like what's going on here?
Yeah, so what's going on here is that this is pretty much just like a tutorial stage.
Nice.
We are playing a class known as the Vanguard, so you can think of the Vanguard as a hybrid biotic, which we'll explain here in a second, and melee class. So biotics are basically your magic users. You can think of them as fancy space Jedi.
Magic. Yep.
And we use Vanguard primarily because of an ability called Charge. Now, if you seen Mass Effect 2 speedruns, Charge is very OP, and it's about the same in this game because we're going to be zooming across the battlefield very quick.
Yeah, so this segment is basically just acting as like a tutorial, essentially, where we're like learning to use our abilities and like all the mechanics of the game. So we're gonna do this fight here. We're gonna be using our bonus ability, which is Carnage, which is that missile I just used right there. It is a bonus power. Vanguards normally do not have this power, but for these purposes of the run, it is like one of the best sources of DPS that you can have in the game, at least for this difficulty, which is narrative. It's the easiest difficulty that we do to run on. And we're getting here towards the end of the segment. I need to interact with this setup right here. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and just shoot our gun at the floor. You might think this is because I hate this tile specifically.
It's drywall shooting simulator.
Yeah, but yeah, the reason we're doing this is because we need to empty out all our ammo. And once we do that, I'm going to go ahead and swap weapons here to the pistol. We're going to empty these clips. And once we do and use some cooldowns, it's basically going to fast forward to the end here. So Seth Green as Joker should be making his way in. Yep, there he is. Okay, and that's going to go ahead and end the segment. So we're out of Vancouver already. Woo! Also, something you might have already noticed is like, wow, you're skipping through all the cutscenes really fast and there's no dialogue. How are you doing that? So this is where we'll go ahead, I guess, and talk about the category that we're playing. This is any % modded. It's a mod that the community made. The only thing it basically does is just let us skip cutscenes. Normally, if you're playing this game vanilla, both the OG version and Legendary Edition, which is also the version we're playing on, we are on Legendary Edition version, so you can run this game on whatever version you play at home, but the mod is for Legendary Edition. And by just holding M2, which is another thing the mod does, it basically binds a macro to your M2 button on your mouse to just automatically skip all the cutscenes.
Yeah, so we get introduced here to squad mates. We have a tutorial here to use Liara's Singularity. What Singularity does is that it targets a specific area.
Looks like it creates like a mini black hole.
Yeah, a mini black hole and sucks enemies in. It's very good. It's a very good form of crowd control.
We're going to see that a lot later, especially with some specific enemy types from this Cerberus faction.
Yeah. So
we'll be using Liara a lot in this speedrun, Caden not much so because he's very out of the way to get.
Yeah, for people that aren't familiar with Mass Effect, the squad mates you bring with you determine what the other abilities you can use. If you look in the top left of the screen, you'll see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all hotkeys. And so all of different like squad mate abilities and stuff, and your abilities in general will be bound up there. So throughout the course of the run, Mike is going to be managing up to what's like 10 cooldowns at once?
Yeah,
or something like
because
that?
we have all our own cooldowns, and then we have our squad mate ability cooldowns, which are like on their own separate cooldowns. So yeah, the fights in this game, even on the easiest difficulty, can get very, very hectic with like how much, like what your rotations are, how you're balancing your cooldowns and all that. It is very, very crucial on top of like just shooting stuff, you know?
Yeah, Mass Effect 3 is really interesting because I feel like the campaign itself is, this game came out in 2013, it's kind of a product of its time in terms of how it's just this big action game and like set pieces and everything, kind of a departure from the older games. But as far as like the RPG mechanics go and the class building and everything, there's so much depth and so many like really deep mechanics to get into, especially with the combat. I really enjoy watching this run.
Yeah, so for this part, it's pretty slightly scary part. We have to kill a specific number of enemies here to open each door. This last door, well, once it only opens for a couple seconds here, so Mike has to be careful to make sure he gets in. If he does not get in, he has to take the very long way. Very nice.
Yep. I like that they just phase out of existence there.
And we're going to be going into another tutorial right here where the game is teaching us to use cover so we can avoid this turret in the middle of the room. We're just going to run past it, though. So this part can be kind of scary. Let's see if we hopefully don't die.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so even on the easiest difficulty narrative, you could just die from that turret. The devs really wanted you to learn how to use cover. It is so important to use cover. Both this game and Mass Effect 2, even though you could take cover in Mass Effect 1, they oriented this game so much more around combat, starting with Mass Effect 2. It's based very heavily on the Gears of War series, just in terms of like all the mechanics that it's borrowing from. Right here, we're going to be doing another skip. This is a caused by the mod we're using. It's an inadvertent effect of the mod we're using. Normally, you would have to wait for this tram that we're getting on here to come from this shutter door over here and go all the way over and kill a bunch of enemies. But if we wait to skip that specific cutscene right there, the tram just comes over. I don't know why. I just know it's tied to the mod. So we just allow it. It saves a lot of time. And we're going to be doing another skip right here. So normally you would have to fight a bunch of Cerberus guys right here as this shutter opens. But I'm going to go ahead and use Singularity on this guy. I'm going to charge over, and I'm going to go to this wall and do an elevator glitch.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice. So elevators are essentially a glitch where you have to stand in a very specific spot, and then you move into a specific direction, and it'll elevate Shepard up.
It's like you have to be parallel with the wall or something, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, generally. So this is our main form of skipping content.
Also, this chase sequence you're about to watch is so goofy.
Yeah.
You're like, the game did not expect you to be this close to Dr. Eva, who we're chasing right now. And it's just like, this is a very odd sequence to me in Mass Effect 3 in general.
All the NPCs in this game just have incredible cardio workouts. They just like, they rubber band so far in front of you. It's really funny. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a hop here, so nice. So I don't get staggered right there.
Nice.
And just dodging some fireballs here. I'm going to do a side roll right here. As you can see right here, we are rolling a lot in this game. That is a mechanic that was actually introduced into this game. You're going to be seeing me do a lot of rolling around, especially as we get off the ladder right here, just to get a little short speed here. And twist, Dr. Ava, she was a robot this whole time, actually. So she's looking at us. And once she puts her foot down right here, we can shoot her. And we're going to skip a couple more cutscenes. And after that mission, we're headed back to the Citadel. We got to talk to some some NPCs to trigger the next story mission. So, Sky, if you want to go ahead and read a couple donos, go ahead.
I swear you're doing more rules than Sonic the Hedgehog over here, Mike.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right.
We have $100 from Show Dice Go Cause that says, my husband, my 4 boys, and I are a GDQ family to our very souls. Thank you to all the runners, commentators, and community for being amazing examples of inclusivity and positivity while showcasing your amazing skills. We are always thrilled to let our kids binge watch screens 2 weeks per year because we know they are soaking in y'all's generous and optimistic attitudes. I am Garrus Valkyrian, and I approve this message. All right, no clue what Garrett sounds like, but you know what? On that note, we are $42,980.95. We are getting very close to the I Am Garrus Valkyrian incentives. So please be sure to get those donations. And I would like to see more of Garrus. And of course, I'd love to see more of MikeWave and this fantastic couch in Bry and Sanjan. So let's hear it for all of them. Thank you.
Only $7,000 more, y'all. Let's go.
We could do it.
I believe.
We can knock that out so fast.
All right, so here we're going to be introduced to a recurring thing we have to do in this game. One of the things I know a lot of people don't really like about this game is some of these dream sequences that Shepard has. We can't entirely skip it because it does have gameplay involved. So this kid that we were chasing around in this weird, gloomy forest is a... he's not real, obviously, but it is a kid that we saw in a cutscene at the beginning of the game as Earth was being invaded. It's a child that Shepard saw die. It's pretty tragic. Tonally, this game is such a huge departure from the first two games.
True.
This game is a massive, massive bummer. Even if you do everything correctly, you import your character, you make all the right choices, this game is not...
Bleak.
Bleak. Very, very bleak, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just keep chasing this kid around, and once we get over here, we're gonna just skip this final cutscene, and we're gonna be back on the ship. Because, wow, it was a dream. Yeah, you're going to be seeing a bunch of very funky camera stuff.
All side effects of the mod, right?
Yeah, of the mod,
Yeah.
yeah. Because the game is kind of just fast-forwarding through all of it. And the camera just doesn't know how to bounce around from locale to locale, but yeah. So now that we're done with the Citadel, we need to move on to our next mission, which is Manai. So when we went to the Citadel and asked for help, all the other species were basically just we have our own problems. We're not going to help Earth and the humans out or anything like that. Sorry. And except for the Turian ambassador who goes up to us and goes hey, so we're being invaded now. And, if you could help us out, we'll help you guys out.
The campaign for this game, just a quick brief overview on the story. It's big colossal enemies threatening the whole galaxy. And it's kind of like Oblivion, where you have to go to all the cities to rally everybody for the Oblivion Gate. That's basically what we're doing on a grander scale here.
Yeah, so in this big menu here, we unequipped a shoddy here. We'll explain why later. We got Warp on Liara. We're going to get a little pure biotic, and we got leveled up Carnage on both James and Shepard.
Yep.
So the reason why we unequipped the shoddy is that we don't need to use it, and it gives having less weapons gives us more cooldown reduction, which is extremely important because we basically want to be spamming our abilities as much as possible.
Yeah, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel the top three things you need in this are AoE damage, cooldown reduction, and just otherwise utility for various shields and health types. Okay. So yeah, if you're wondering what we're kind of building, those are the three kind of core tenets of the character, or what we're speccing into.
All right, so we are going to be moving on to the first big skip of the run. So we did one earlier. Okay, that was interesting. All right, so this is Manai skip. I think it was Strife in the community who found this skip. Sanjan, if you want to go ahead and explain what we're doing here, go ahead.
Yeah, so we're going to be effectively skipping 2/3 of this mission here. So generally you would have to help the Turian camp, you'd have to repair a bunch of stuff, but we are going to take advantage of the terrain here, which actually this is very hard to execute because a lot of this area is very deceptive. Yeah,
the floor that Mike is walking on for a lot of this is it's razor thin, and he just has the muscle memory down for the exact angles.
And we're going to save load here to bring our squad mates over.
And you can direct your squad mates, so we're going to put Liara in a very specific spot.
We're going to do a good old Sonic barrel roll on Liara's head here.
One more thing to go, right?
Yep, and we have to go through...
I made a safety save, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the nice thing is that you can do a lot of safety saves around here to get over this. This is extremely deceptive and probably the hardest one. We want to get on top of this area because if we went through here normally, we would hit an automatic death trigger because we are supposed to be helping them out.
Nice.
And
great job, Mike.
that's it for Manai skip. So we have skipped effectively 2/3 of this mission.
Yeah, if you've never seen a Mass Effect 3 run before, this run rips. It is so good. It's got a lot of really cool tech. It's got tons of big skips like that. I love the use of moving your allies around to bounce off their heads to do these weird out of bounds sequences. The combat is awesome. The movement is awesome. Y'all are, you have a good idea 13 minutes in, but y'all are in for a treat for the rest of the run, that's for sure.
So we're making our way to the final combat arena of this mission that we're going to do to end the mission. Sky, if you want to do it, you have time for one donation, I would say here. Oh.
All right, sounds good. So we have $25 from Pav the Moo Cow, who says, I'm Garrus Vicarian, and this is my favorite speedrun on the Citadel. And again,
That's right.
there's no L in that name. So I'm sorry to any Mass Effect fans I just set off. I'm gonna attribute that to Mike's countdown earlier, because
It's all Mike's fault. All Mike's fault.
So, Bri, you're talking about some of your favorite skips and parts of this game. Is there anything else you can think of? Any like other skips that you like, or anything else about the speedrun?
I like MikeWave. I don't know if you're looking for a certain answer, but I'm deer in the headlights right now.
Thanks, buddy.
There's a couple more skips coming up here, probably a little later. There's not as many skips in Mass Effect 3 as in Mass Effect 2, but there's still... This game in general is just like very fast-paced combat-wise. So once we enter this area, we got three cannibals we need to take care of. And then luckily here we have our friendly neighborhood conveniently placed heavy weapon here, the Reaper Blackstar. We're just going to shoot that to take care of everything around here. And then there's just going to be repeat waves coming over here. So we get introduced to the Marauder common enemy. These are supposed to be Reaper-fied Turians here. And we get introduced to the Brute, which are Reaper-fied Krogans. They are the first elite enemy that we deal with. Don't let them get close to you. You don't want them to get close to you because if you're in red HP, they can one-hit, but also they can stagger you, and when you get staggered, you kind of get this just like slow-mo time, which is very annoying.
Okay. Oh,
Are we looking, Mike?
We got a hiding
wow.
enemy here.
Wow, that was some pretty interesting spawns we got here. Okay. That should be it, though, and there we go.
Nice.
So that was the toughest skip done.
Yeah, great run so
They
far,
give
Mike.
it to you pretty early.
Yeah, that was the skip I was most concerned about because when you're doing attempts in this game, Manai is the killer of many.
I have
early
watched
phases.
many of your runs die there, that is for sure.
Yeah, so once we get back on the ship, Joker, Seth Green, tells us, hey, there's a problem down in the crew deck, go check it out. All right, the lights went out for a second. And we're going to make our way to the infirmary right here. And once we get to this door right here, we're going to have a cutscene that we're going to skip right here, where Edie, who is the ship AI, she was a major character as well in Mass Effect 2, but she's just a disembodied voice there. And for whatever reason, BioWare was just like, okay, what if she was like a hot robot lady now?
It's pure fan service.
Yeah.
Edie in this game is pure
Yeah.
fan service. They just wanted to make you get worked up over a robot girl, pretty much. Like, Mike, I'm about to put you on the spot. Who did you romance in Mass Effect?
Tali, I think I'm
Okay, that is
Good
correct.
choice.
Good choice. Actually, donate with your Mass Effect romance options.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
Caden, choose Caden!
Caden?
I'm a
like
Caden girl. No, I'm a Caden girl.
Romancing
too.
Caden?
Yeah.
I'm Thane all the way.
Thane's a good choice, too.
All right, so we're making our way to the next mission, which is Surkesh. We're going to meet up with these Solarian and Krogan ambassadors, and there's a huge war going on. It's so hard to fill everyone in on all the context for all the game that's like all the lore that's been happening.
3 games worth and like hundreds of hours of gameplay. Like
the big summary of Mass Effect 3, I think, can be set up as everyone's got skill issues, and Shepard they need Shepard's help.
yes.
They're calling a Shepard line. They're like, hey, I've got massive skill issues. Please help Shepard. And in 3, because it's so bleak, like she's collapsing under the weight of all the people she has to carry.
Yep. So what are we doing here, Mike?
So I forgot to get this on the previous screen, so we're just grabbing some upgrades that we need.
We grabbed Overload.
Yeah, so Edie, once she's into Hot Robot Lady Body, is a new squad mate that you can get, and she is really, really good for the purposes of the run. And yeah, it is because of the ability that Sanjan just talked about, which is Overload. So we went ahead and just like leveled that up so we have access to it. And as soon as we land on Surkesh to go get the female Krogan, that's what this mission is about, so we can go cure the genophage. A lot of context to fill people in on there, but it's a big disease affecting the Krogan that we have to cure. It's the next big story mission that we have to do, but it's promptly being invaded by Cerberus.
Yeah, so we didn't really mention who Cerberus was. They're basically a human extremist group led by the elusive man who I like to call Timmy.
Do I have time to jump in on just some combat
Go
stuff?
ahead.
Yeah, so the big reason that we like Overload is because it is super good at depleting shields. You'll notice on a lot of enemies there might be 3 different colors of health bars. There's red, which is just standard health, kind of whatever. Blue is shields, and then yellow is armor. So we're going to have multiple different kinds of abilities equipped to deal with all those. Overload is really strong because it basically just deletes shields with a tap.
Yeah.
You look out for a kind of like electrical explosion. That'll indicate when we're using it, because a lot of these cooldowns that Mike is using, he's just kind of pointing and pressing a button, and then boom, things explode.
Yes. So we also got another ability called Nova. I know there's a lot of Vanguard, Nova, Charge, and Joys here.
Yes, that is right. Yeah, so Nova is, I mentioned AoE damage being a core tenet of what we're doing. Being on narrative, there's just these huge, enemies don't have a lot of health, but there's still really high enemy density, and so Nova is going to be this big, like, ground pound, bam ability where we're going to be taking out big groups of enemies all at once. I like to equate the combat in this game. I ran a lot of Call of Duty 4, and that's like a ton of enemies, but it's kind of a shooting gallery, so you need to aim, but then also there's like 1 or 2 enemies here and there that can just one-shot you. So I feel like there's a lot of similarities there, and I love watching Mike just carve through this, because you end up looking like this kind of John Wick going around, especially with the pistol. We use the pistol because it has a lot of cooldown reduction.
Yeah. So we get max cooldown reduction. Basically, all our cooldowns are like cut in half when we just run around with the pistol. So that's, primarily why.
Do I have more time to talk about combat, Mike? I forget if you had a big skip coming up. So another thing that's really cool about this is this game has a very deep combo system. So depending on debuffs and things that you or status effects that you put on enemies, when you use other different status effects, those things can combine and cause different things. They're called tech explosions or fire explosions or biotic combos. They have different sound effects that go along with them as well. If you keep a keen eye on some of the enemies, you might see them glowing purple or glowing red or something like that. That is a visual indicator that they're set up for some form of combo. Now, in the multiplayer, which is entirely combat-based, obviously this comes into play a lot, and we will see it quite a bit here. We have incendiary ammo equipped, and that's going to combo with our Carnage for a tech explosion. Anytime we use Warp, somebody's going to be primed if we hit them with another biotic ability for a biotic combo, biotic explosion. So these are all things that are kind of happening largely behind the scenes, I would say, but if you pay attention, you will notice them, and Mike is going to be taking advantage of them, basically taking advantage of them at every opportunity.
Yeah, so we're going to be introduced to our second elite enemy here, the Friendly Neighborhood Atlas. Quick overload to the face and then shooting and throwing Carnage at it. Works pretty well. You also notice so what Mike is doing. You might not see it, but...
We're less than 2,000 away on Garrus Vicarian right there. Let's go. Can we snipe that right now?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then we're right at 1.5. We're moving right now.
We're moving.
I have a challenge, by the way, for you, chat. We have a lot of viewers on YouTube, which is really cool. If you're watching and if you've never donated to GDQ forever, do it for the first time. Throw in $5. Literally, I watch a lot of the donations come in, especially when I'm on shift backstage. So many of our donors are $5, $10. Any amount helps. And if you've never done it before, I challenge you to donate to GDQ for the first time right now. Even just $5. Do it.
Do it.
$5 makes such a huge difference.
So we're moving on to our next mission here. There's not going to be a whole lot going on here. We're mostly just going to be running through a lot of enemies. Sky, if you want to go ahead and blow through 1 or 2 donations, go ahead.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
We have $10 from Nico with a C that says, good luck on the run, sir. I know you always talk about how this is the best Mass Effect game in the series behind Andromeda. I thought something there seemed a little off.
That's bait.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for being awesome and all that you do in speedrunning. That goes for you too, Bri and Sanjan. Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you.
Low key, Andromeda combat is pretty good.
I've watched the Andromeda multiplayer, and I'm like, you're not going to get me. You won't get me.
Do we have time for one more?
I play
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Sky. We're just bantering over here.
Let's go.
Wow, we did snipe that instantly.
Yeah.
Very iconic cutscene coming up later on in the run. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you all for Garrus as well. And this $1,000 donation from Coldatom helped us get there, who says, here is no shepherd without Vicarian, which I should have asked you how to pronounce that earlier, Mike.
Garrus
My bad.
Vicarian?
Yeah, we kind of hung you out to dry when you were saying Valkyrian. We didn't correct you. That's
yeah,
on
you
us.
said you never played the game.
That's
We're
on
like,
us.
No, that's fair, that's fair. But again, thank you so much again for everyone who contributed towards that incentive as we move towards Organization 13 Must Die. Coming up next in the Kingdom Hearts 2 run. But for now, more Garrus, more Mass Effect 3. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you. So we're going to be moving on to the final fight of the mission here. For the most part, you kind of like, for this mission right here, it's optional to help these like NPC packs out. So obviously we do the fast thing of just like hanging them out to dry, you know. And we're getting to the final fight here. We're going to need to kill 2 enemies to trigger the end here. So we're going to grab this heavy weapon. And I'm going to do a bit of a Giga combo right here on this enemy. I'm going to go up. One more.
Nice. So that was sick. A bunch of those combos I just told you about happened right there.
A good hit. And then now we just have to take care of the rest of the enemies. Hopefully their spawns are not in another castle.
Oh, wow. He's okay.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yep. And there we go. Nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Mike.
A lot of RNG on that fight typically.
You didn't look like it to me. You flew through that.
Yeah. So now, so the way this game is structured, like for the most part, once you're out of like the first couple of story missions, is you get sent to a planet where you have to do the big major story beat there. In this case, we're going to Tachanka to cure the genophage. And when you go to Tachanka, before you can do that mission, you have to do at least one of the missions available right here. And we just do that Turian Platoon 1 because it is just the fastest one. But now we're going to be moving on to the main story mission here, which is curing the genophage. I'm going to go ahead and run James again just so I can get access to Carnage. And I'm going to level up these abilities on Liara real quick just so she has faster cooldowns. And we're going to start out here with a pretty big fight that we have to do like right as we land in. We just got to kill a bunch of these husks to trigger the end right here. So we're just going to be just basically using our abilities off cooldown right here. Thankfully, they die pretty fast. They're just like running all over the place. There's a lot of RNG with the husks and where they spawn in this game. You're going to see it later. We're going to have a lot of turret sections coming up where they can sometimes be an issue, but that was pretty good. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep, that ended pretty fast. All right. So, yeah, so now we go ahead and talk to this NPC. And we're going to be entering this dark cave that we have to make our way through. Normally, this would be kind of slow because you can't see anything as you're running. Thankfully, we have played the game before, so we know exactly where to go. I'm going to just be... As you can see, also, you have this added screen shake also, which just like, adds on to everything. Yeah. Takes a lot of mental fortitude to like, not get like disoriented right here. As soon as we exit this cave, we're going to be thrust into the second fight of the mission. Basically, the way this whole mission works is we just got to do 3 big story, big fights. We get to the end, and we got to take down a Reaper. It's the first Reaper we kill in the game. And the way we do that, as the characters allude to here, is by summoning this Thresher Maw. Thresher Maws in this universe are basically like Dune worms. So killed all these guys right here. Just got to kill this one right here.
So these Ravagers are essentially Reaper-fied Rachni.
Yeah. So once we kill all those enemies, we can keep moving here.
Yeah, so we can skip this, or we can just run through and skip these friends here.
Yeah, thankfully, like, not too many of the fights in the game are required. There's still a good amount of them. It's partially why this run is pretty long, I would say. It's definitely the longest of the 3 games, both casually and speedrun-wise. And so what we're doing here is we're summoning Kalros, I think it's like the mother of all like Thresher Maws or something. We need to summon it to go kill the Reaper. So once we're done with this memorial fight, we're going to be getting to the last bit of the mission. And this is where Carnage comes into play right here because it has so much splash damage. We can just like kill all these enemies really fast. And as you see, like
that was overload right there, right?
Yeah.
Or no, you don't have overload on you.
No. It was warp, I think.
Yeah, you're just deleting shields anyway because you just do hella damage, right?
As you can see, the husks sometimes have like trouble climbing up right there. That's another thing that can happen. And we're going to be making our way now to this big hammer sequence.
Downtown, sorry.
But yeah, just a lot of this run can be summarized as, all right, you have to fight these enemies, go fight this pack. You don't have to fight these guys, you can just run past them. And we're going to be getting some more funky camera shenanigans right here. And as you can see, off in the distance, this is the Reaper. In the lore, they are like these giant like space robot squids that are like just ancient and like
Ancient
predate-
architects of the universe.
Yeah.
Kinda like the Guardians and Halo kind of deal.
They're supposed to come over every like 50,000 years or something,
Yeah.
and then just exterminate what's around, and then they go.
They go off to sleep again for
Yeah.
150,000 years. That's the lore, basically.
Yep.
So we're going to be going ahead and taking that down, and that's going to end the mission. So as soon as I land right here, this part can be a little bit sketchy. We're going to have a lot of brutes spawning here. Like, these are the big armored dudes who like to run around and smack you around. On the higher difficulties, they are quite lethal on this difficulty. Not too bad, though. So for this sequence right here, we luckily don't have to kill them, though. We just have to go to the sides of the arena right here and interact with these hammers. All right, nice. I was able to skip him smacking me right there and charge over to the other end. And once we interact with this hammer, we are going to end the mission, and Morden is going to die in the cutscene. I'm sorry, guys.
Come on.
Yeah. Another thing about this game is you can actually play with like decisions off. You can just turn off decisions,
Yeah.
and the game will just kind of auto forward through stuff.
That's what we do for the run. Just it's way faster.
Everything, like all the worst stuff happens when you do this. So
We are actually for this category, we are actually playing on a new game. It is not imported. Imported saves are not allowed.
Yeah,
so
we do start the run at level 1.
Good
We start
clarification.
the run at level 1 with the default world state, which is a pretty bad world
it's
state.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Most of the major characters are still alive, like Garrus and Tali are still alive on this character, but like some of the other major story characters like Rex are not here, sadly. Actually, it's good for the run because Rex is slower than Reeve, who is like his brother who shows up in his place if Rex is dead. So that works for the speedrun. I guess it saves a little bit of time. And now that we've finished that story beat, we have to go back to the Citadel. Sky, if you want to go ahead and while we're making our way back, read another dono, go ahead.
All right, sounds good. We have $10 from Garrus's girl who says, if you aren't romancing Garrus, what are you even doing?
I'm romancing Thane.
I'm romancing Caden.
Okay. I just can't get behind that one. I'm so sorry. Sorry, keep going, Sky.
We also have $5 from good_RNG who says, watching on YouTube and donating $5
That's
now.
right. And that's right. You are awesome. Thank you for that.
Donating $5 now because Bryonato's call to action sounded a lot like Palpatine's "Do it."
Oh, God.
You're just glow biotic. Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
So once we get back to the Citadel, we find out, Cerberus is attacking it for some reason. We do need to come back here to talk to the Solarian counselor. He's the other counselor. Of the 3, we only talked to one who was the Turian guy who gave us a mission earlier, and now we got to go talk to the Solarians. But first off, we got to deal with Cerberus here. So this is another, this mission's not too bad, just a lot of combat and a lot of elevators, as we're going to see. So we just need to kill a bunch of these Cerberus dudes as we're making our way over here. And hello, sir.
Yeah, we just have to handle this wave, which should be.
Oh, that's
right.
a great example of Singularity's weirdness
Yeah.
right there.
They sometimes just take lift off.
Yeah.
Right, I gotta kill him still.
I love that he's lived that somehow.
Yeah. There's one more enemy here, and then we talk to Commander Bailey. So this is one of probably the most hardest part of this mission. So here we're gonna have to quickly kill 2 of the service officers here. We are going to quickly Singularity here and kill
There we
this
go.
Guardian here.
Oh,
He achieved liftoff. And
Oh, I
then
think he died.
We need to try to bypass the sword before anyone else gets to us.
Nice. And yeah, Singularity especially useful for the guys with the shields. The shields seemingly have like a bigger hitbox than actually
Yeah,
the
they
shield
Yeah,
itself.
it's kind of jank half the time. Like if you don't half the time. You kind of have to aim like towards the back, or else like Singularity just hits his shield, and then you're just like, okay.
And just for the sake of clarity, when we talk about the guys with the shield, we don't mean like the shield health bar. We mean
Yeah.
the physical,
Like the
Yeah,
literal
the Guardian.
the riot shields.
The
Yeah,
Guardian.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Otherwise, you have to shoot through their like little like.
the what do they call it? The, like the
retinal.
mail slot.
Yeah.
The mail slot. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually one of the achievement names I think in this
That- I
game.
think that's why I know it by that.
It's killing. It's shooting them through the mail slot is what gets you the achievement. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, they are by far the biggest like troll enemies in the game. You would think it would be like the brutes or something, but no. The shield guys are like the terror of speedruns for this game. They can just randomly cost you a lot of time, especially because there's a lot of them. But yeah, we made our way to the first part where we find the Solarian counselor, and we need to go through this skywalk right here. There's going to be a bit of RNG here with an enemy dropping down. Ooh, wow, that took a while for them to spawn.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully
What do we get
enemy.
here? Nice.
Okay.
These enemies, those, okay. Oh, you know, we can talk about Phantoms more later.
Yeah.
Those enemies are no joke.
No, even on narrative. So
You do not want to be in their melee.
They do not mess around. There's a, actually, I guess, can I talk about them now?
Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
So you'll see these enemies walking around called Phantoms. They have like a barrier health shield.
Yeah.
They are the, like kind of little ninja enemies with katanas. So there's a type of kill in this game. In the multiplayer, we call it like a sync kill. It's when you get hooked into like an animation with an enemy and they one-shot you. So Phantoms, they move around really fast. If they get close enough to you, they'll do a little spin move and like stab you through the gut and you're dead. Doesn't matter if you're on narrative or whatever, you will die. So I feel like every good like easy difficulty speedrun needs at least a couple things that can ruin your day just to up the drama a little bit. And the Phantoms serve that role really well.
Yeah. So we got introduced to a new villain, Kyling. They added him as they made him a Gary Stu for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, Kai Lang is probably like one of the more controversial characters in this game because he kind of just like, you never heard about him beforehand and now he's like Shepard's like arch nemesis and it's like, bro, who are you? I've never seen you before.
It's like, never seen him before, yet Kyling just like outskill issues Shepard everywhere and you're just like, okay.
By the way, can we get like 1.5 million before, surely before this run is over?
We could do
like,
it.
no doubt, right? Yeah, we're right there.
So we are riding this elevator and just like waiting.
This is a long elevator. What is going on here?
Yeah, we're just catching up.
It's an elevator joyride. Don't you love auto scrollers?
Can we get a donation in right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say 1.5 mil. It's what Garrus would want, right?
That's so true.
Do it for Garrus.
All right, we have $25 from No Warp Zones who says, Tali is the only choice. So cute. Fem Shep is canon.
I'm going to give all your choices a thumbs up or a thumbs down. My opinion is correct.
Any Liara enjoyers?
Thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The devs really showed a lot of favoritism to Liara in this game, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you can do one more dono, by the way.
All right. We have $500 from a wild Chansey up here who says, I'm Commander Store, and this is my favorite citadel on the Shepherd.
Love that.
Time for one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
$25 from Twisted Hydra, who says, have to donate for the best bug cat alien boyfriend at Garrus, less than 3.
All right, so after we save the Citadel from the Cerberus coup, we are going to make our way to the next major story beat, which is taking care of the Quarian Geth dilemma. So we're going to go meet up with the Quarians. They're on the opposite side of the galaxy map right here. And once we do, we're going to be reintroduced to Tali, who I think like is most people, like besides Garrus, the other fan favorite character. Luckily, she is in this game. She's going to be added as a squad mate as soon as we finish this. And we are going to be using her quite a lot in the run because she has access to an ability called Energy Drain. It's another amazing ability that's going to be used a lot. And once we do meet up with the Quarians right there, they come on the ship, hang out, and we're going to the next story mission, which is the Geth Dreadnought. So this is like just a giant like Geth ship. Like the Geth are like these synthetic robot enemies that have been around since the first game. And we're going to be doing Edie, Tali, just that's the GOAT combo for basically just anything involving a lot of Geth. Go ahead, Bri.
Oh, I was going to say, and Geth specifically, like they do Edie and Tali have like special abilities that like are more effective against Geth? I don't remember.
Tali has all the special, like most of the abilities that affect Geth really well, like Energy Drain.
Yes. Yeah, Energy Drain, goated.
Yeah. Otherwise, she uses drones, and Edie has Overload.
Right.
But for the purposes of the run, just Energy Drain, Overload, just going to clear out most Geth that we are going to be encountering.
Yeah, those are all, when I talk about like kind of like the 3 pillars, those are all firmly in the utility part of that, being able to deal with various health types and shields. Do we got time for a donation during this walk sequence, by the way?
Sure. We have $25 from Heartbroken Mass Effect 3 player who says, since MikeWave so rudely skipped Morden's song, can we get him and or the couch to sing, I am the very modern model of the silent Valerian.
I don't even know the lyrics.
I know like the tune. No.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I started you off. I gave you the first part, but you know.
Are you pulling up the lyrics right now? I could give it a whirl, but like.
I'll try.
Yeah, we're going to be...
I have an excuse not to do it.
We entice them?
Oh, whatever. If we can get 1.5 million,
Yeah.
or something like that.
I
Okay.
like that.
If you pull up the lyrics and
I'm pulling up the lyrics right
I
now.
can't imagine it's going to be pretty, but if we can get to 1.5, yeah, like we'll rip that out. Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing this spacewalk. We're going into the Geth Dreadnought. The only way in is through this destroyed port here, which is outside in zero gravity. So we're using these mag boots. It's a very slow walk.
Yeah.
And we're going to be making our way inside the facility now. We got to go grab our squad mates real quick. And as you see, a lot of rolling around. We use these rolls, by the way, a lot also to just change our direction and get the lines that we want. But you also have to be very careful. So a complaint that a lot of people have about this game, they did the thing where they put most of the mechanics on one button. So
Right.
like rolling and interact and running are all on the same button. So it is very common when you're like gonna try to run somewhere or try to roll somewhere, Shepard will just get magnetized to a like piece of cover that's like a mile away from you.
Definitely a side effect of console gaming kind of being like the
Yeah.
main focus in the era in which this came out. So you have a lot, that was present in a lot of games, I feel. And
Yeah.
then also kind of taking from that like Gears of War inspo we
Yeah.
talked about with kind of so many things happening on one button.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2 is very Gears of War inspired, or more Gears of War inspired with just like the combat system and then the HP system. This game leaned towards like a mix of both Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Mass Effect in general is a series that is not, or what am I trying to say? It is very open about like what it takes inspiration from.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And we're just doing some more charges here to make our way across the ship. And we're going to be getting to an AFK portion here in just a second. As you can see, we're just fighting a lot of Geth. This next room is going to be kind of a display of like how good these abilities can be. So we did level up Overload again, just so it has the secondary ability of being able to bounce around from any enemy to enemy, as you can see right here. Just that alone just makes it so good. And where's the invisible guy? There we are.
Yeah, energy drain just going
ham.
Going in.
So once we interact with this button, Tali needs to come to the console here and yap for about a minute, explaining to us like how the ship works and all that and where we're gonna go. So I am gonna do this bit of a strat right here. So Tali is stuck over there in a scripted sequence, just yapping away to nobody. I'm gonna be moving like Edie over here. Edie, if you can stand over here. So when Tali is done yapping right here.
She's just streaming to 0 viewers right now.
Literally, yeah. The game is going to teleport me over to next to Tali, but Edie is going to stay in this spot, and we're going to need her here. So I'm going to charge an enemy, and then I'm going to tell Edie to move over to this spot, and she's basically going to give me cover. We haven't talked about this yet, but they did change the hacking mechanic in this game. In Mass Effect 2, they had like these hacking mini games that you did. There were 2 puzzles you can do. I think they realized not a lot of people liked them. I thought they were okay. They weren't fun in the run, but they're okay. But in this game, all you do when you want to hack a door is you just go up and press the button to hack it, and you just got to stay there and not take damage for a little bit, as you're going to see right here. So I'm going to teleport, charge over here. We're going to tell Edie to stand right here and provide me cover. Uh-oh, Edie, you're kind of blocking me. Okay, here we go.
It should be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, if you take any damage here, it resets the whole sequence.
Edie, okay.
Edie,
It's okay.
Nicely done.
She was taunting. It's okay. All right.
I love that there's so much setup for just like that 2 seconds. And it's so important to be right there at that exact moment.
Because, yeah, if you don't get that door, there's a lot of enemies in that room, and they will just keep coming and, like, griefing you while you're trying to just get through the door. So I found that strat, like, I think the last time I was running this game seriously, and it saved me. It made that part such a non-issue, thankfully. We're going to be going down these ladders right here to the next area of the ship. This is a pretty lengthy mission, actually. This next part is, I call it the wave tunnel. No relation to my name.
I was about to ask.
No, it's because there's this huge shock wave that comes down the room. It's really loud. It has this huge particle effect you guys are going to see. And what it mechanically does is take out your shields. So you just go down to health. And there's a bit of a thing that happens with the mod here, so I have to be kind of careful with how I do this next interact right here. I'm going to move on to the next portion right here. Okay. All right. So what I was trying to avoid there is if I skip that cutscene while a wave is coming and I skip the cutscene, it will just immediately kill Shepard for some reason. It's pretty scary, and I've lost focus to it.
That was weird.
Yeah.
This game can't keep up with Shepard being that fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Another side effect of just the cutscene skip mod.
I see. Okay. I thought it was like a weird charge thing.
Nah.
And we're going to have some more camera shenanigans going on in this next room. So more
You
hacking.
can you use squad abilities like while you're?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
That's really
And you
cool.
can also use Carnage, so long as you're just not shooting. That's basically it, and not taking damage. So another teleport here where Tolly wants to help us out. Oh, okay.
Good. Hopefully we're done
All right.
with elevators.
We're not.
Yeah, sorry, Tolly. There's going to be quite a few more.
Yeah, there's
still.
a couple more.
Yeah.
The
Tally's the-
elevators coming
Tally's
our
the
way.
speedrunner at heart. Yeah.
So now we're going to be moving on to the next section. We're going to find in this next room Legion. He is this Geth NPC that we had as a squad mate in Mass Effect 2. Some people might remember him. Here, we're going to need his help to resolve what's going on with the Quarians and stuff. So we're going to be doing a bit of a minor skip here. Hopefully it goes well. Smiley face.
I want to quickly mention that's a random Geth VI.
Nice, very good.
Number however many you want to put there, because unfortunately in this default world state, Legion has been sunsetted.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did a skip there. Normally you would have to go all the way around that room, but I did a minor elevator there just so I can drop down immediately to where we trigger that cutscene that lets us move out of the room. And now we're going on to the end of the room right here, so I'm going to do a roll. Funny thing about the rolls, by the way, they do give you some iframes, especially for like scripted staggers, so we're going to be using them a lot for that purpose as well. We tag Legion over here, and we're at the end of the mission now.
Nicely done, Mike.
Yeah, all right, that went pretty well. And as we make our way on to the next mission, which is going to be on Rannoch, which is the Quarian homeworld, going to follow the same structure as Tachanka. Sky, if you want to read out another dono, go ahead.
Sounds good. A lot of romancing takes here, so we got two of them. We have $50 from Faye, who says, I'm speedrunning through a ton of emotions, remembering the plot beats of this game.
Yeah.
I romance Thane. Glad to hear Brian did too.
Thumbs up.
There's dozens
choice.
of us. Dozens.
There are dozens.
The Paris scene broke my heart. Good luck on the run, Mike. It's great to see you break the game like this. And then we have $20 from Aura Hack, who says,
Hi, Aura.
hello from the future, obliterated by the Reapers of the city of Vancouver, BC. Thane is the best romance. Also, potential hot take, I like Vega.
Ooh.
Vega.
Oh, but,
He's good in the run. And I'm
he's
Freddie.
kind of a meathead, I feel like.
I like Freddie Prinze Jr. He's cool.
Also, I want to have it known real quick that there's a lot of chat that would watch Tally's stream, so there wouldn't quite be 0 viewers in there.
No. No disrespect to Tally. I'm sure if she would be a very successful streamer if she wanted.
Just figured you'd like to hear that,
Yes.
as you know.
Okay.
Oh,
Talk about
Interesting bug that just happened
fascinating.
there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be going to cover right here to trigger this cutscene right here. We're going to put Liara on this turret. So this mission is pretty awful in the run. There's going to be a lot of RNG with the Geths here and like how they interact. And for a lot of these fights, we're also going to have only access to one of our squad mates, which is going to be Tolly. We're going to skip that part, and I'm going to go talk to this NPC. We're going to roll right here. I'm going to make a quick save, quick load, and that's going to be because we skipped that last arena by just leaving. But Liara is still on the turret there, so by making that quick save, quick load, we just bring Liara over to us for this fight. I'm going to put my squad mates over there. We're going to charge in, Nova, kill a couple of Geth right here.
So this is a very scary mission, just
Yeah.
mainly because these Geth just like to be like everywhere in the most randomest of places.
Yeah, they're super trolly. Okay, there's like one guy left. Okay, nice.
Geth are just kind of an annoying enemy faction, and well, they have a lot of stuff that can stagger you. They're just really good at getting in your way and messing up your flow, I feel.
Yeah, they like to hide. That's the biggest thing on this map. There's just a lot of places to hide.
Also, first turret section coming up. There's going to be a lot of these, by the way, for the rest of the run. For whatever reason, this is like a trend, like a design.
It was a trend
at the time.
for sure.
Yeah, where it's like, get on the turret and kill a bunch of enemies. It's so cool. You're just killing so many enemies. Wow. And yeah, on narrative, they just die really fast. We're just going to be like just tapping M1 to just kill a bunch of these Geth. And now we got to move on to the other side of the map here, where we're basically going to just be doing the same thing. We just got to interact with this, just kill a couple more Geth here. All right. Hello?
Hi.
All right. Okay. All right, so same thing. We clear out some Geth, and we got to get on the turret again, kill some enemies. I'm going to be careful to kill a bunch of these enemies on the right side here. For whatever reason, the Geth enemies really like to go to this corner over here and then just like AFK off on off on this like little ditch, and you could just like lose like 10 seconds just trying to chase them down. Thankfully, this went pretty well. And now we have one more turret section where we're going to be on a ship trying to help out these Quarians who are trying to escape. We're going to kill this pack of Geth right here. As you can see, a lot of screen shake going on, which makes it kind of tough to aim. Also, a lot of bloom, by the way, on these turrets. So sometimes you can just like keep pointing at an enemy and like they just like don't die. But we're getting some pretty good RNG here, which I hope it's not famous last words when I say that. So after one more drops in, yep, there we go. And now we're done with the mission.
Nice.
There we go. That went very, very well, by the way. I was very
that's
concerned about that one.
probably the most scariest mission just because of the RNG variation.
Yeah, on my PB, I lost like 15 seconds there from everything we mentioned happening, basically. So now we're going to be moving on to the, onto Chonka. We just needed to do like one side mission, basically, to unlock the actual story mission here, where we go destroy the Reaper base on Rannoch. So as we do that, Sky, if you want to do like one more dono, you can go ahead and fit it in right here.
Sure, wanted to keep the couch accountable as well. 1.5 million for some singing, so
For us to
we're
absolutely
almost
butcher
there.
the Scientist Solarian song. Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
I have to
Less
hear
than
it.
$4,000, y'all.
Yeah, less than $4,000 away. We have $250 donation to MSF saying we might not be able to save the world like Shepard does in one speed run, but we may be able to help it make a little bit of a better place. Thank you for your amazing work. It's always fun, entertaining, and lovely to watch.
Also, $250 gets you into that crazy Pokemon prize as well, by the way. I can't believe we have that on offer, just saying.
But yeah, so basically another mission where we have to fight a bunch of guests. So we're running Edie, Tolly again. I'm going to be doing a mantle right here so I can get up, and that's going to spawn the enemies in the next room.
I love this strat.
Yeah, it saves a little bit of time over like having to keep, like mantle over another set of boxes, actually. And we're going to be moving on to this extended combat portion right here. If one of you guys want to talk while I go ahead and like blow down these Geth right here.
Yeah, so there's a huge wave of Geth here that Mike has to deal with. He's basically managing his cooldowns, trying to spam Carnage, overload, energy drain as much as possible here.
It's a great
pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. And then on the side here, he's got a couple of last-minute Geth here. Yeah, this Rannoch is a pretty heavy fight-intensive planet.
Yep.
We also
Lot
mentioned
of combat.
plot-wise, this is the home of the Quarians, because the Quarians and Geth,
That's like a,
it's an entire arc in
it's
itself.
a conflict over the entire three games.
Yeah.
We're not really going to get too much into it. This is basically just like the big conclusion.
Something I really enjoy about this game as a speedrun is the movement is pretty, I would say mechanically rather simple, but there's so much room for player expression and skill expression in this, especially with the way that you're dodge rolling around, like the precise times that you decide to charge. You really get I feel like when I watch Mike, it's different than watching like other Mass Effect runners. And I think that's really cool that you can identify that in a game that isn't necessarily known for being like a movement game or something like that. You know, I really enjoy that.
So one more Geth that we gotta take care of on the elevator here. These primes are like very, very tanky. So I'm gonna wait for one more. All right, nice. I'm waiting for a lot of these cooldowns basically, and we're trying to like just string them together to get these combos as we were talking about earlier. As you see, it can just like bring down an enemy.
So many
very, very
combos
fast.
happening right there, yeah.
Yeah. One more right here.
So you like tech explosion right there, then you get them on fire. Yeah, nice.
That's
nice,
gonna
nice,
stagger
nice.
me. That's okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right. And now we got to do what I like to call the Hammer of Dawn section.
Yes.
Upcoming Reaper.
Yes.
So first off, we have a little bit of a joke here after we. So this is the weapon right here. And Shepard, what these the cows say?
Kayla, it's huge.
Oh.
How are we?
Okay.
I don't know. It's only FemShep that does that voice, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like BroShep is just like move. It's really funny. And as you see, we got to fight another Reaper. It's kind of funny that both these story missions end if you having to fight a Reaper. Except this one, we actually have to fight it. We're not like summoning something to kill it.
You're gonna shoot the cannon?
Mass Effect 3 is so funny to me because I feel like even, given it's quite a fantastical universe,
Yeah.
Mass Effect 1 and 2 were kind of grounded within this universe, but Mass Effect 3 is just like, yeah, you're gonna 1v1 a giant super robot.
It's like a very this is just like a very cinematic fight.
Yeah, this was like in the peak, like we want video games to feel like movies era, I feel.
As you see, we just wait for this blue circle to pop up, and that's when we can use the Hammer of Dawn. Like, not Hammer of Dawn, I guess.
Yes.
To blow up this Reaper.
Or like the Mac cannon or something like that.
The futuristic Hammer of Dawn.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
the Hammer of Dawn, notably not futuristic.
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a strat here so I could not die here as we do this second cycle. It's only for this cycle. I have to set up and do it from this spot right here so I don't die. It's a pretty tight window right there. And now for the rest of this, we're basically just going to wait for the cooldown to come back up, just dodge one cycle, and then just use our Hammer of Dawn. It's very, very simple, straightforward fight, honestly.
And we got Garrus coming up, don't we?
Yeah, it's right after this, actually.
Hell yeah. Are we excited for Garrus?
See, we have to give you Garrus because we're so sorry, Garrus fans. We don't use him in the speedrun.
Yes.
No, yeah.
He's got to get some time in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Also, reminder, Mike, after this to turn decisions back on.
Yes, yes, yes. So after one more hammer, like, you have to use it so many times.
This is such a long fight.
It makes sense, I guess, because it is a Reaper. Like, it would be kind of dumb if, like, you just killed it instantly, you know? But it's also such a simple fight. And now the game is going to be going into epic slow-mo.
I love my cinematic gaming.
Whoa. Yeah.
And all right, there we go. And after this long,
mega cutscene skip.
Yeah, a lot of cutscenes. We are done with that. So now we're gonna get on to that incentive, guys. So one more thing we gotta do before we actually do the incentive itself. We found this out I should have known this already because I've played these games a lot, you know, casually. But to trigger that incentive, I actually have to go down and have at least one convo with Garrus. So that should be
Do you need
quick.
decisions off for that?
No, you can. I don't think it matters,
Okay.
honestly. Yeah, so long as you just talk to him one time and he's back here, I think, at least for the first convo, he's always back here. So.
We're less than 500 away.
Oh, are you guys ready for some singing?
It might, yeah.
I went to karaoke the other day, so
You're warmed up.
ready.
Okay, you're going to carry me then. All right. Yeah, I think it's going to be Garrus cutscene into Solarian song. Like, that's about to be a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now that we had our convo with Garrus, we're going to be going back up to the command center. And we're going to be making our way back to the Citadel. Like again, we complete a major story beat, and then the game is like, okay, go back to the Citadel now to go talk to some NPCs, which we're going to do. And we're going to do that incentive on the way. Thankfully, it is like directly on our path, so it's not going to take too much time. So I think here we have to go talk to the Asari counselor. You're basically like just talking to all the counselors, and like one by one they're going like, uh-oh, this whole conflict involves us actually, so we got to go, like, we got to get involved. Oh, I messed up here, it's okay. I'm just gonna do this again real quick.
Yeah, you can actually skip to go to the council.
I'm pretty sure what I did here was faster than Yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing, go to the same office, like, talk to another NPC, and now we're gonna have to make our way to Thessia, which is the Asari homeworld. So we were mentioning it earlier, a lot of this game is just like kind of doing a galaxy tour, basically, for all the homeworlds that you haven't been.
Woo!
Nice.
Thank you all so much. 1.5 million. An unbelievable number raised for Doctors Without Borders. Thank you.
All right, well, you guys better get ready for that incentive because the best boy is here, so I am going to be turning decisions on. So, guys, who are we going to let win? Are we going to let Garrus win here?
Can we let Garrus win, please? He doesn't get screen time in the speed run.
I think I don't know if I trust Mike, but I think we should let Garrus win.
If this was my last day,
So,
I'd actually like
this is a
to
thing you can do in between missions. It's kind of funny that this game is so dark tonally, but in between like all the missions, you can just go back to the Citadel, which is like the hub, and just like talk to your squad mates and like just have fun hangouts like this. Like,
So much of Mass Effect 3 is just hanging out with people, and it's pretty amazing in this game. Like,
Where are we going?
I'll kind of leave some time for them to talk, but you actually develop relationships like with these NPCs. You've spent so much time with them, and this is a great ending to this.
You know, despite the game being bleak, there's just like these little pockets of just like slice of life
yeah,
interactions with your companions. It makes it so great.
I feel like going to a GDQ. You know, when times are tough, we come here, we come together, and we do some cool stuff.
Up there. But I never did.
But yeah, especially once you get to the Citadel DLC, that is very heavily oriented around that, and I think a lot of people's probably favorite DLC in the trilogy.
Don't give a damn.
Sorry if y'all are annoyed of us talking over the cutscene, but there are subtitles if you're so curious.
Yeah.
We'll definitely quiet down a bit
try
once we
not
get
to.
here.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I? Thanks.
Figured it's time to do something stupid just for the hell of it. Might be the last chance we ever get.
This part's gonna be hard. No science studies. Okay, yeah.
How about a dive in the pool?
Are we doing that after? Or
We'll do it
We'll
after.
do it
Okay,
after.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys paid for this, so you guys
Yeah.
get to watch it.
I forgot the cadence of this, so.
It's a lot of flailing and splashing.
Yeah, I just know the
interrupted by
general
occasional
tone, and
bouts
that's
of
it.
Drowning.
Yeah, you're right. I just have to save your ass again.
It'd make up for all the times I pulled your ass out of the fire. We've had a hell of a ride, haven't we, Shepard?
Times like these, you know who your real friends are. They're not the ones running around looking for an escape route. They're the ones who stand at your side through the worst of it. Who never give up on you. I'm lucky I can say I know someone like that.
So am I.
Shepard, you're gonna make me cry.
I'm not going to propose.
This is really hitting after Spike's message yesterday, I'm not going to lie.
Now, before we head back, there is
Yeah.
one thing we're going to settle. Once and for all.
Let him win,
I'm not
Mike.
saying you don't know
Please.
Do we let
Saying
Garrus
some
win,
of us
guys,
know
in
how
the
to
shootout?
get
I don't know.
Let him win.
Come on.
Come on. Look at him. He's like a bug, but a thing.
He's
That's
giving,
huge.
he's
cat
giving,
bug.
he's,
He's
he's
a cat
giving you the closest equivalent of Turian puppy dog eyes.
All right, Vicarian, you're going down.
And don't worry, I loaded it with practice slugs for That was an easy one. Let you build up your confidence. Long
Sure
range,
thing, bud.
I wrote the book. Nobody alive can do this, not even Commander Shepard. Give me a tough one.
Nice shot.
I said a tough one.
Okay, guys, what do we do here?
Aside.
Let him win.
Let him win.
Let him win. Miss on
okay.
purpose.
Do it.
Yes.
I'm Garrus Vicarian, and this is now my favorite spot on the Citadel.
Woo!
I think I'm going to erect a monument right here. Bronze this gun so the whole galaxy knows.
That you're the king of the bottle shooters. Glad you're around, Garrus. Never know when the bottles might revolt.
Great shot. Thank y'all for donating
Thank
to
you
that,
so
by the way.
much for
Thank you so much.
donating.
Iconic cutscene.
We promised some an incentive.
Oh, Mike, is this a good time for us just to rip this?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
We got okay.
All right.
Y'all donated for this like mini incentive, so we're gonna try to do the scientist Solarian. Okay, ready?
We would like to apologize.
Okay,
on behalf.
so we want to go like 1, 2,
2, 3.
3. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Astarian, Batarian.
I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology.
Okay, here we go. My xenoscience studies range from urban to Aquarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. Thank you for putting up with that.
Oh, honestly, that was pretty good. I think we did a pretty good job.
That was pretty good, guys.
We need to work on our key, but we were good.
Also, no one look at me. I didn't have the lyrics. I have my excuse. So we got the Thessia, and they are also under attack by Reapers. So before we could do anything, though, we have to do an awesome turret section. We love turret sections, guys.
Do we have time for donations?
Yeah,
Right here, Mike?
absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's hear from some of the folks that got us to 1.5 million, Sky.
Got it. We have $250 from Bajer, who says, donating to hear y'all sing Scientist Solarian. So many good memories in the Mass Effect
Hope you liked
series.
it.
Salute to Morden Solace. BTW Talia's best girl, less than 3. Also, trans rights.
Trans rights.
Woo!
Trans rights. All right.
Do we have another one, or time for another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
$250 from J Rose, who says, I am a Garrus girl through and through. This is Shepard, and this is my favorite speed run on the Citadel.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So now that we're done with that fun turret section, we're gonna get on to the actual mission, which we have to make our way and grab this artifact that we need. It's basically a MacGuffin. It's a thing we need to basically settle the conflict. I got a super late spawn here. I think they're gonna spawn. Oh no, they just didn't spawn. Okay. I'm hoping we don't get any funny business here. I saw an extra spawn here.
What's the danger
So
with the extra spawn?
there's a funny soft lock that can happen here. All right, no, we got the autosave. We're good.
Okay.
Okay, nice. That would have been very tragic to happen, but it's okay. It wouldn't have cost me that much time. So once we do all that, this Banshee bursts through the door. Bri, if you want to talk about the Banshees, by the way.
Yeah, the main point of this mission is the introduction of the Banshees. They are, every faction has like a couple of super enemies, I would say, that are harder to
like
kill.
elite enemies. You also see them in the multiplayer campaign.
Yes, Banshees are kind of the Reaper version of
Asaris.
Asaris, thank you. I don't know how I forgot that in that moment. Anyway, so they will teleport around and they'll shoot like slow-moving fireballs at you. I don't think you're at too big of a risk of this in the single player, but I know in the multiplayer, Banshees are mega dangerous because they teleport everywhere and they can do a sync kill on you. I mentioned that earlier, where they can instantly kill you.
Yeah.
And so just due to the fact that they can teleport around, it's a pretty big deal. But I think, Mike, you're going to be pretty okay with them.
Yeah, they'll be okay with him. Also, we're going to be getting on to another big skip that happened.
I love this skip.
All right, hopefully that works. Okay. All right, he's dead. Okay. So we got to kill this harvester to get rid of this invisible wall.
Elevator.
I'm going to be doing an elevator. Oh, I almost got it. Okay. Wow, I messed that up. Okay.
This looks really not annoying at all. There you go.
Yeah, some of these elevators are pretty precise.
That one's very
I love this
tricky.
part. Bloop. And then bloop. That looks so cool.
Yep, and we're past the barrier. Because normally you would have to kill everyone there, but we can just do that.
Shepard using her Spectre powers.
Yeah, truly.
Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for.
So once we get to this area right here, we have to find the artifact that's hidden. And all we need to do is just like hit these triggers right here. Thankfully, again, we have played the game, so we know which ones are which. It is static, thankfully. I'm going to be hitting this one. And as soon as we hit this final trigger, Kai Lang is going to show up. And this is going to be our first fight with him. It is actually going to be a very, very simple fight. We're basically just going to be spamming our abilities. And I've been hit. I got to go charge up.
Yeah, he's just like all in him right there and just insta-kill.
So there's going to be a gunship.
Oh, holy
we're
lens
taking
flare.
cover right here. Yeah, there's a lot of lens flare in this game.
Did he just...
Yeah, he can he kind of like reads your inputs and stuff like that.
You like Matrix dodged your Carnage?
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, he'll do that with Carnage. Thankfully, the immediate abilities will always hit him though. All right, nice. So we just had to do that 3 times, and now he's going to run away and cry, even though he's going to act all tough. He can only... The running joke of Kai Lang is that he can only win in cutscenes. He can't actually kill you in combat.
That is true.
Yeah. So now that we took care of Kai Lang, we're going to be making our way to the next major story mission, which is Sanctuary. This takes place on the planet Horizon. If you played Mass Effect 2, you know about Horizon. It is where you first fought the Collectors in that game. And we have to go to this facility called Sanctuary, where we heard might be connected to Cerberus, that a lot of colonists are going to take refuge. And also, a thing I haven't really talked about, by the way, while this cutscene is going on, this is a side effect of the mod. I can actually move around the ship during this cutscene. Oh, I almost... So you can kind of blind pilot the ship to put it over on the galaxy map where you need to go. Very hard to do. So this mission is actually going to be very, very short. There is a very big skip here. I don't know, Sanjan, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so we still have to... We're going to do the small first part here to get inside, but Shepard's going to literally use her Spectre powers to... jump over a couple ledges and then pretty much clip to the end, essentially, here.
Yeah, I'll explain it as we get to it. So yeah, we do just need to kill these enemies real quick. There's going to be 3 of them. One more.
That was awesome.
Yep. And as soon as we kill them, we can interact with this door. And we're going to enter Sanctuary right here. So this is going to be pretty quick. We're going to do this almost at the very beginning here. Hopefully I could do this as fast as possible to get an autosave, but if need be, I'm going to make a manual save also for safety. So we're going to do our first elevator right here on this guardrail right here.
Nice.
Going to be going up. I'm going to roll over here to this ledge. We're going to be going up. All right, I got a pretty good autosave, so I don't even have to make a manual save. So I'm going to be moving to this spot, and what we're going to be doing is I'm going to roll into this spot right here, and I'm going to make a quick save, quick load. We're out of bounds here. I'm going to run to this cloud. Nice, I landed. So what we're doing is we're falling through the level right here to this area we want to get to, and I'm making my way to a literal elevator that's in the level. And
good luck.
Yep.
I think that's
okay.
I think that's too early.
Yeah, I got to make a safety save also here, but thankfully we still have this save, so we're pretty close. Yeah, this might be a thing that is
the timing of this trick changes depending on the PC you're running on, just due to the load times.
Yeah.
Yeah, at home I usually get this first try. All right, I'm gonna make my save here.
Oh.
All right, so
at least we're close here.
Yeah, I got to
so.
do it a little bit earlier.
Yep.
It's just, yeah, it's very awkward on this setup here. There we
Nicely
go.
done.
Nice.
There we go.
So that allows us to essentially skip all the combat parts of this mission because normally in Sanctuary.
Yeah, the mission's over now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Well,
a crazy skip.
Normally Sanctuary has a ton of really dangerous enemies and a lot of banshees to deal with.
Yeah, it is very, very long, and that's also where if you do not do enough stuff, Miranda, who was one of your squad mates in Mass Effect 2, she dies. There, if I think she dies if you don't have enough war assets or something. It's
You don't
pretty
have
sad.
enough war assets, or you don't have, or you didn't do her loyalty mission.
Yeah. But yeah, now we're going to be making our way to the Cerberus base, which is a Chrono Station. This is actually going to be, by far, the hardest combat mission in the run. So I am kind of blind flying the ship here. There we go. That was pretty good.
Nice.
You need to go down here. And before we do that mission, we're going to have like one final child nightmare going on here. Thankfully, we can just AFK during this. So Sky, if you want to read 1 or 2 donos here, go ahead.
All right, sounds good. We have a $1,000 donation
Wow.
from Sam, who says, GDQ always makes my week. Donating during my favorite game to say thank you to all the runners, organizers, and staff helping to put on a great event for a great cause. Reminder, chat to not forget about the match effect of your employer. Much love, Sam. Thank you. We also have a $1,000 donation from
Wow.
JB.
Wow.
Who says, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite skip on the Citadel.
So now we're going to be starting Chrono Station. Yeah, I'm going to level up Overload. I'm just going to max it out here to get the final effect on Chain Overload.
Chain Overload's so good.
Yeah, it's going to be so useful for this mission specifically. And we're thrust right into a pretty tricky combat segment right here, where I'm going to have to kill these enemies pretty quickly. If Bry or Sanjan want to talk.
Yeah,
for a
so we
moment.
have to quickly kill these two Centurions here, and we have to prevent these two Assault Troopers from getting inside
I got him.
the mech.
I
Yeah,
think
you
you
got
did.
him. And then we got to teleport up
Nice,
here, and there's like
nice.
20 mobs up here that we are going to quickly deal with here. Ideally,
down here.
one of them got down there.
There
That
we
should
go.
be it. That's pretty good.
Nicely done.
So far.
So,
So we have to kill pretty much the rest of these enemies here. Good
Oh, I love
singularity.
that. I love that.
Very good singularity.
yeah, and then one more pack over here. I'm going to use, this is where Overload comes into play here, where you just like, you clear out a room.
Yep. Yeah, chain overload, as you might imagine, chains from, I love when you do that. Chains from enemy to enemy, it's extremely powerful, as are most of like the final ticks in any given skill tree.
Yeah, so now that we went ahead and like secured the docking bay right here, we got to go ahead and deal with a couple more
What?
mobs. This is like basically just like an onslaught that you're dealing with right here. There's going to be a mech right here, and have to fight him. Just spam all our abilities on him. There we go. And we're going to be making our way over. So we're going to hit this trigger. It's going to send us to the next area. And there's going to be a lot of ladder shenanigans happening here also. Hopefully the game will just like let me instantly go onto this ladder right here. Let's see. It's not a big deal if not. All right, nice.
Yeah. Nice.
I love that that's such a moment in the run. Nice. Like, grab the glider.
I did lose a lot of time on my PvE to that ladder, actually.
Oh, I remember you telling me about
Yeah.
it, actually. Yeah, makes sense.
All right, here. So we're going to go through a huge gauntlet of mobs here. There's a whole bunch of assault troopers and turret troopers here. We are saving overload for the turret troopers. Otherwise, we are pretty much going to probably be using Carnage and a couple gunshots to take them down here. It is just pretty much like we basically want to take care of them all as fast as possible here so that we can reduce the chance of us getting additional mobs that we have to kill here. Mike skillfully getting through them. Hopefully.
Just trucking. Just trucking.
So the ads did spawn here. Should be good after that, though. Or is there...
Hi, sir. Okay.
Did we get the save?
We got the
there we
ED
go.
voice line.
Yeah, we got
We're
the
good.
voice. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to interact with this door and just make a quick save, quick load to skip the ED voice line so we instantly open the door. This is faster RTA, like way faster RTA, by the way.
Cool.
So we're going to be moving on to this, what I like to call the Raptor corridor right here. Pretty tricky charges coming up. So you're going to see charge saving quite a bit of time here. If all works as intended, it's not a big deal if it doesn't though. I'm going to be charging this enemy right here to skip this ladder. And then we have a pretty tough one coming up right here. I hope I get it. It would be so cool to show to you guys. Let's see.
Give it to him. Oh, man.
Oh, and the game didn't give me the good. Oh, no, I did get it. Okay. Hi. Out of the way, please. Yeah, so normally if you get it, you can charge all the way to this door and it saves like 15 seconds or something, and it looks really cool. It's kind of random, like the game is like, the charges in both this game and Mass Effect 2 is very jank. There are just like certain pieces of geometry or like collision where it will just not work. So now we're moving on to the final Kai Lang fight. This is like a pretty tricky fight also. We're gonna be unloading our abilities on here to force him to move already. We basically need him to move throughout the room and do this like dumb little charge that he does. All right.
Yeah, he can also animation cancel out of after some of these little charges here.
Okay.
Should be good. You do not want to get into his melee range, just mainly because if he hits you, starts hitting you in melee range, you have this silly epic fight trademark that you have to. Oh no! And then you have to sit here and spam melee.
He trolled. Okay.
And you also want to be careful of these phantoms that one.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we should be good.
Alive. Oh, okay. That was a little bit of trolling going on right there.
Little rocky, but we got there.
Through. We got through.
And just like that, we are pretty much on the final mission.
Kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, we're going to be moving on. So after Kronos, we have basically destroyed the Cerberus base. There's still going to be a threat, but we are not going to be fighting Cerberus, like any more Cerberus enemies, though. They are effectively taken care of for the rest of the run. And we're going to be moving back to Earth. So this final segment actually takes place in London, and it is a very, very big mission. It's basically split into two halves. So before we get there, Sky, if you want to do like one more donation, go ahead.
Sure, thank you. We have $200 from Mo, who says, had to donate during my wife's Bright and Shiny's favorite game series, and of course, who doesn't love Garrus? Also, too, wanted to remind you all, we're already 30% of the way into the Organization 13 Must Die incentive already, so thank you, 15,485 out of 50,000. And Mike, good luck with the rest of the run.
Thank you. So yeah, this here is London. A lot of Reaper enemies to take care of. This is where the game starts going like really ham with the enemy spawns, by the way. So I'm going to be charging an enemy up here just to skip this pack. We luckily don't have to fight him. We're going to be making our way over to this, I think it's like a cannon that we got to shoot down just so the rest of we can get the rest of our reinforcements here on Earth. And I'm going to be skipping a cutscene right
worry,
there.
it's part of the
Don't ask what happens to Cortez there.
It's not canon and we didn't see it.
Yeah, so I'm going to be grabbing this cane. If you have played Mass Effect 2, you might recognize this weapon. This is the nuke launcher that we use in the run, actually. But it is like one of the most powerful heavy weapons in that game.
And Mike is actually, after clearing out enough of these enemies, is going to like look the opposite direction to despawn all of them. It's very cool.
So if I look away from all the enemies, as soon as we blow that up, it should despawn the enemies. There we go.
Nice. And then there's a Banshee that's going to spawn kind of off screen here, and Mike is trying to shoot at a specific spot to kill it.
What Banshee?
Yeah, that one right there. Right there. You barely saw it at the bottom of the screen, and that Banshee needs to die for everything here to progress, so we're just trying to kill it basically as the frame one.
Yeah, once we handle the Banshee here, this section is pretty much just a auto-scroller.
Yeah, the big setup there is that first kill on the big ship and then the second cane on the Banshee.
Yeah, we are essentially just waiting for our rescue ship to come over.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like such an epic like fight for survival, but because we are so powerful at this point and we're also playing on narrative, we can kind of just sit over here and chill out for a bit. We can like put like singularities like right where the enemy spawns, so they just come like flying out like that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, like that. And yeah, we're basically just waiting for the shuttle to get here. For whatever reason, just like a lot of like combat segments, especially on this mission specifically, are just tied to killing with the elite enemy that the game spawns, and then after everything else is just kind of optional. You don't really have to worry about them too much. So a lot of fights are just going to be just killing the elite enemy, which is like either a harvester or a Banshee as quick as possible. We got the voice line, and the shuttle should be coming in through here. Yep.
Were you saying there's like RNG sometimes with how fast the shuttle shows up, or
no, not
I got that
here.
mixed up with something else.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
There, at the beginning, oh, okay, I got stuck there. At the beginning, when you're waiting for Joker, that is a part where like you're waiting for the game, and the game can just randomly grief you.
Right.
But yeah, we're gonna be meeting up with the rest of our squad over here. This is like usually in your casual playthrough, this is like the last chance that you have to like talk to all the characters and stuff before you kind of like just go to a mission you're not really expected to come back from.
Right.
And as you can see, they bring back a lot of Makos for some reason. They love using Makos, apparently, off camera. So we're going to be moving on to one final turret section that we have to do. Thankfully, we don't actually have to shoot anything here. We can just go load in, and then I can just look off to the side and wait for a minute. So, Sky, if you want to read a couple of donos, go ahead while we're just chilling here.
Sure, sounds good. We have $50 from Miranda who says, "What do you mean I die?" All right, we have $100 from Dylan who says, "What is your favorite color of Shepherd? Red, blue, or green?"
I don't know if that's a reference to the end.
I think it is. I think it is, yeah.
I was always a destroy guy. I don't know if anyone, like, if you haven't played the game, but that's the ending I've always thought I liked the most.
And one more, and again, I cannot reiterate this enough. Thank you to everyone on the $5 train that Brian called out for. $5 from Mike Steele, who says, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer is an all-timer. Brian gets it.
It is the best. Super underrated.
So now that we're done with that exciting turret section right there, we're going to be moving on and talking to Admiral Anderson. But first, I cured the genophage.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks, dude. And, yeah, so we just talked to Captain Anderson here, and we're going to be teleported to the second half of the mission. So this is, like, again, another big, like, point of no return right here. Hopefully I didn't get the audio bug here. Hopefully I didn't jinx it by saying that.
The audio book?
All right, we didn't get it. So yeah, there is a funny bug that can happen here. I've had it happen. It is kind of related to the speedrun mod, where basically it'll just cancel out all the audio from the game, and it only plays that like squad selection music with some ambient sounds. It's really creepy, and it lasts the whole rest of the game. It's thankfully it did not happen in a marathon setting, but I've finished runs before with like no audio. It's pretty interesting. So we just got to kill this harvester real quick. Should be almost dead. Okay, there we go.
Nice.
And now, after we kill that, it is going to spawn a Banshee that spawns up here that we got to kill next. Yep.
And similar to last time, it's just the aim of the game here is just take out the elite enemy as fast as possible. In this case, it's the Banshee.
There we go. And that's going to unlock this door right here into this parking garage. A very scary parking garage right here. If the game is going to be nice to me, we'll see. There we go, nice. There's like these brutes that...
Oh, wow,
just,
yeah.
Like, they can just stun lock you in a corner.
I appreciate the quick look back to show what we just went by.
And we have one more fight that we have to do here, so going to use Nova to clear out some guys. Carnage some guys. That should be it. There we go, nice. And I'm going to Carnage this door to up. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. There we go. All right. So when
nice.
Yeah, when I open that door, there's this jump scare of these husks coming out, and it's basically supposed to be like a scripted stagger that happens. But if you just Carnage the door right as you're interacting with it, you get to skip the stagger, thankfully. And we're kind of making our way now to the final room where a lot of the final fights are going to take place. And because we are moving through everything so fast, you're going to hear a lot of overlapping voice lines. It's kind of weird.
We're just going through the game way too fast for the game to be able to process this.
This isn't even related to the mod, I don't think. Like, the game is just like, uh-oh, he's like in the next room, and uh-oh, we gotta like keep playing the audio, and you can't hear anything that's happening. It's pretty weird. Charge this last brute over here, make our way to this door, and now we're gonna be in the final room right here. They're coming from everywhere. Wow.
Enemies everywhere. Yeah.
So the first things first, we gotta go ahead and secure these missiles right here. So I'm gonna just clear out these enemies that are chilling right here. I think one ran to the back. Oh, no. There we go, nice, pretty good. So we gotta listen to these voice lines for a little bit before we can progress. I'm gonna grab this heavy weapon. Thankfully, a nice little thing you can do with the heavy weapons in this game is you can like move them around. So I'm gonna like pick it up and then I'm gonna just drop it right here. We're gonna need it for later. And basically just set up for this next fight. So we just got to go to the truck here, and this is going to start the first phase of the room. We're going to have to kill these waves of enemies as they're spawning in right here. And this is where, again, Nova is going to be so useful.
And people weren't using Nova in the run until you came around, Mike.
Yeah.
Like, you largely routed this in.
Yeah. Because it's just like, wow, a very good AoE ability, and we're not using it. That's crazy. So yeah, just Nova, some enemies right here. And get another pack right here. One more Nova for the road. Hopefully I don't get
the classic charge Nova into charge combo.
Yes. An all-time, a Mass Effect all-timer for sure.
Grabbing some ammo for safety right there. And now that we killed everything, it's going to trigger the next phase where we have to go to this side of the room and deal with some enemies who are like just who are like our NPC companions off screen are having trouble with. So we're just going to be using Carnage to kill a bunch of them because it's just a free cooldown we can use real quick. And basically what's going to be happening is, like we've said previously, there's going to be a Banshee spawning in on the side here. I'm going to kill these enemies first real quick for safety. And we just got to kill this Banshee as quick as possible. There we go. Be using more. All right.
Are the spawns random here at all, or do you have those kind of locked
The Banshees are static, the spawns are random.
I see.
Exactly, yeah. So these guys are random, but the Banshees are always the same. So as soon as we finish killing everything, it is going to go ahead and end this sequence. Yeah, we're good. Nice.
I've reprogrammed targeting.
And we just go back to the truck, people.
Got it. You heard her. Back to the truck, people.
Now we're on the final part. Well, kind of the final part. This is like the final part that matters.
Right.
So now the game is going to like start spawning a bunch of brutes to come kill us. So we're going to go ahead and be dealing with them as they make their way over here. Hi. Okay, he really okay. Wow, he died really fast. Okay. This is just like a question of just like, can you avoid getting staggered by these guys? So the spawns here are random, by the way, and what we're doing is we're just killing enough brutes for the game to trigger the harvester spawn that is going to end the sequence. You're pretty close, I think.
Harvester.
Yep. Thank you, Lyra. All right. Use that.
All right, so I got...
So, Sanjan, if you want to keep a counter for me right here.
Yep, so I'm waiting for this autosave to begin, and it's begun. So once this autosave begins, we are in an auto-scroller section for about 90 seconds, and pretty much from there, it's just going to be infinite spawns, and we have the age-old strategy of spawn camping.
Yeah, so what I did is I placed my squad mates on this side building right here with a lot of cover. And what it's going to do is so the game is just going to keep spawning enemies infinitely until we can interact with this truck right over here. It's a 90-second timer.
30 seconds?
All right.
I mean, sorry, 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah. So if I place my squad mates correctly, all the enemies are going to like just slowly go over there and try to fight my squad mates while they just leave us alone. I'm just going to hang out here for just a little bit longer. And if you want to go ahead and read a dono, Sky, while we're at it, go ahead.
All right. $200 from Madness Harnessed, who said, had to donate during my favorite game and series of all time, Mass Effect. Such a poignant story that feels even more relevant today. Divided we fall, but united we can save the world. Less than 3.
Less than 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, so we're kind of getting into position here and getting ready for this switch that's going to activate, and it's going to take us to the final part of London. We are going to be encountering, I think, one of the most iconic NPCs in this game. I use kind of winkingly, you know.
I can't wait.
But
the true final boss.
The true final boss.
Should be coming up very
If you know
soon.
who the true final boss is, get your donations in with his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here he comes. Here we go.
Yeah. So we are now running to the conduit that we're going to be using to get to the final area of the game to basically end the game. First, we got to do this epic like running sequence where like we're just kind of running to it, and it's like this final heroic charge. Apparently, you can't die here, but it's never happened to me. Famous last words.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe you would say that right now.
Yeah.
That is.
I didn't even know you can die here.
I've heard, but it's never happened to me.
I really hope it happens to you now. I'm sorry. I am rooting for that.
All right, now we ended it. So there's going to be a funny thing that happens here with the cutscene skip mod. We're basically waiting for the screen to go to black, and for whatever, like now, like, oh no, like Shepard, she's hurt now, and like we're wobbling around. We're like the only one left.
There's like a random NPC here. This is not the final boss, but
yeah, this is not the NPC we're talking about. This guy is just an after effect of the mod. Once again, when we skip the cutscene, for whatever reason, it places this like generic guy here. I don't know why, and he's just standing there looking at you while you like wobble over to the end. But yeah, get ready to meet everyone's favorite boy, Marauder Shields, who back when this game came out, huge meme. He's the final enemy.
He guarded you from the terrible ending.
Yeah, he's literally the guardian of the ending. He's like trying to save you from the
Where
ending.
is he?
Yeah, he'll be here in just a moment. There
Marauder Shields! Marauder Shields! No! Marauder Shields!
Guys, I gotta kill him, or he'll kill me. Maybe he'll like give us some moves while he's on the floor here.
Come on, Marauder Shields, show off.
Yeah.
Oh, he's waving! Hi, Marauder Shields.
And now we're gonna get this black screen, and this section is over. And now we're gonna be inside the Citadel, which was the conduit this entire time. That's like one of the big twists that happens in this game. And we're trying to meet Admiral Anderson at the end to activate it. And once we activate it, it's what we've heard is it will like disable all the Reapers. It is connected to all the Reapers. It'll kill all of them, and we'll save the galaxy. Yeah. As we're walking there, I think we'll just go ahead and do final shout-outs, just because like we're kind of just like holding W now to the ending. Thank you, GDQ, once again for inviting me to show off this game. I have grown to love this game over the past like 2 or so years. I did not like this game that much casually in my first playthrough. Now I love it. I think it's a great game, and I love this run. I've had so much fun pushing it, so I really appreciate you guys like allowing it to be shown. And thank you, Bry, Sanjan, for commentating for me. I've known you guys both for a while now, and love that both of you guys are here for this run. It means a lot. So love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on
Of course.
here.
No,
Yeah.
genuinely, Mike, this is the most excited I've been to commentate a run in a long time. I really look up to you and respect you as a speedrunner. Like, I take a lot of
Thank you,
inspiration
man.
from your practice habits, your execution, your surgical precision. Really honored to be here. So thanks for having me, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, round of applause for Mike. And if you're at home and you enjoyed this run, show Mike some love by sending some money in for Doctors Without Borders. Give Mike some love in the donation comment. Give Skybilz some reading material over here. Yeah. And shout out to Sky for being a great host this entire run as well. Thank you so much. Still a lot of GDQ left, y'all. Get your donations in for MSF.
So when we get here, there's one final cutscene to skip. Tim ambushes us here. He's fully indoctrinated now, like mind controlled by the Reapers. We're gonna do the Renegade Interrupt here to just shoot him. There is an alternate way of taking care of him, but you have to like throughout the game, whenever you talk to the Elusive Man, you have to do the Paragon or Renegade choices, which like sometimes you just don't have enough of. But yeah, so we just do that right there for him. And yeah, we get here to this final shot right here. Time is gonna be coming up in just a moment here. Right after Tim is done doing this voice line, we're gonna be choosing our ending, which it is the meme ending, by the way, but it is the fastest way to end the game. So it's going to be coming up in just a moment after we skip one more cutscene right here.
Future depends.
Our
And
chances, boom.
time.
Time.
Great run, Mike.
Thank you.
Literally
Yeah.
so much fun.
That went well. Yeah, no, not a lot of issues. Yeah, no. Thank you all for having me here. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you, GDQ. Once again, I stream every now and then on under MikeWave on twitch.tv. Run a lot of Mass Effect. Used to run a lot of RE. I was running a lot of Oblivion remastered back when that came out and Avowed. I love like just RPGs in general and running them. I love horror games. So yeah, anything you guys want to shout out at the end or no?
Keep the donations coming for MSF, y'all.
Yeah.
Just such an amazing cause that we're benefiting here. Mike, thank you so much again. That's all from me.
Yeah, that's all for me too.
All right, so yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of GDQ.
Woo!